Welcome to the full moon, December. It is inconceivable to me that an ethical relation to land can exist without love, respect, and admiration for the land, and a high regard for its value. By value, I of course mean something far broader than mere economic value. I mean value in the philosophical sense. Aldo Leopold. Welcome to this full moon gathering, this Gemini full moon, sometimes called the cold moon. And we're here in the northern hemisphere, descending ever deeper into the heart of darkness, whilst on the opposite pole in the southern hemisphere, the abundance coming into its greatest flourishing. So my name is Abby, and I am one of the team here at TreeSisters, and it's my great pleasure and privilege to welcome you into this sacred circle today. And this is our moment together outside of regular time, under the light of the moon. TreeSisters is a vibrant living community where environmental advocacy meets deep earth connection and gender equity. And for over 10 years, TreeSisters has been supporting women and communities to restore and reforest. Together, we have supported the planting of over 28 million trees across 19 projects. Just as important as the ecosystems we restore are the communities we support and the reconnection we cultivate between ourselves, each other, and all of life. So these calls are offered each month at the full moon as an opportunity to really feel the strength of community in a turbulent world. Through this togetherness, ignite our passionate action. So you probably know, if you're a regular here, that part of our mission at TreeSisters is to reinstate and reprioritize a culture of reciprocity so that we make it as normal to give back as it currently is to extract. And so while these calls are free if you need them to be, they are also an invitation to give back. So I would love to invite everyone here to give back to the trees. And at this moment, if anything that you donate right now until December the 9th to our Gift, Hope, Restore Nature campaign, anything you donate will be doubled. So if you have been thinking about it or you have something that you would like to gift, just to know that it will be doubled because of the Big Give campaign. So the link for that we will put in the chat. So if you felt moved to, or if you want to share that link with other people as well, we have and a few more days in gathering that. And also, if you are already a monthly donor, then we want to really extend our thanks to you and let you know how hugely appreciated you are. And if you would like to consider signing up to become one, you would also be very welcome. So these donations are the thing that directly uplifts and enables women and communities to restore their lands and forests and live back in harmony with their land. So thank you. So this is the fourth call in this series, inspired by the pillars of nature relationships that were identified in the Rooted in Ethics work. And what they're really doing is offering us a guide on how to come into the right relationship with life. And this gathering, we will be exploring responsibility, how recognizing the power we have as individuals and community, and the privilege of responsibility as an ethical way of being that dignifies all of life. And we will gather all of these noticings into a gift, a co-created prayer or poem offered to respect and responsibility as a deep root of healthy culture and relationships. So before I share a bit more about what will happen in the call today, I would love to hear from some of you. I can see lots of things are being spoken into the chat. So particularly if this is your first time, but just sharing where you are and what called you to join today. See Pat from the south coast in Sussex, close to me. Moonlight streaming into my space. Yes, same. Tracy in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Good morning from Friday. Tracy, it's time traveled for us. So wishing you a good morning. Colleen, currently in Newport Beach, California. Catherine in London, where the skies cleared tonight to show the full moon rising over my street. I donated this morning to TreeSisters and feel so grateful for this community and practice. Well, thank you, Catherine, for your donation this morning, and how joyful to know that that donation will be doubled. So, yeah. Genoa in Vancouver Island, it's been too long. Welcome back. Susan, Marin County, California. Linda in Flagstaff. Rashmi from Manchester. Diane, Northern Ontario, Canada. Debbie, called to take time and sit back in Reading in the UK. I'm glad you could be here. And yes, well done on taking the time for yourself. Amy Louise in Chile, New York City. Kira, greetings from York. Remembering my first full moon meditation with you all 2 years ago. Wow, time flies. Good to have you here, Kira. Yvonne from the South Downs in Sussex, moonlight on my desk. Yeah, it's very big, the moon here in Sussex. We watched it come as the sun set on the beach earlier. I'm just scrolling up. Maria in Finland. Juvinkia, probably didn't say that right, but I wanted to give it a go. Liz, greetings from the traditional lands of the Northern Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Eastern Shoshone. Welcome, Liz. Selma, warm and sunny greetings from Tulum, Mexico. Wow, it's quite spanning some areas of the globe today. Belinda in Devon. Welcome, Belinda. Joanne, here for community and focus on nature. Leah from Vancouver Island, quietly celebrating our premiere, saying no to clear cutting old growth to assuage a failing pulp mill. Wow. Yes, I'm quietly celebrating that with you. Thank you for sharing, Leah. Karamalia, coastal woods of Maine. Bonnie in California, healing from surgery under the full moon. Oh, glad you could be here. It's part of your healing journey, Bonnie. Marianne in Giza, Egypt, where we've been planting trees in villages. Oh, beautiful. Mika from Germany. Jennifer, Nova Scotia, Canada. Wow, thank you, everyone. It's really good to just bring your voices in, bring your locations in, and feel us here together. Yana donated a couple of days ago. Wonderful. Happiest giving of the year. Wonderful. Yes. And that will be doubled. So yeah, what could be a happier giving? So thank you all so much. So to say a little bit more about what's going to happen on this call, particularly if you haven't been here before. In a moment, there'll be an invitation to really settle into yourself and find comfort and safety in the physical environment that you're in right now. And then we'll take a journey together. And at various points, I will give specific instructions for you to come and share what you're noticing in the chat box. however you're experiencing this journey, waking up through your body. And if you are new to these calls, then just to know that these sharings form the basis of our co-created community poem. Shanti, welcome Shanti, my first full moon circle, grateful to be here. Oh, beautiful. Oh, we're celebrating that with you. Thank you, Shanti. So your participation is really welcome in whatever way feels comfortable for you. You're welcome to move your body if that helps you to access felt sensations. If you need to dance or sway or roll or stretch, or just simply rest and be comfortable as I guide you. Just is an invitation to tune into the unique experience within your body as much as feels good. So you are your priority during this practice. So please do take care of yourself, honor yourself and the unique experience you're having. And if you do feel agitated or lost at any point, then I just invite you to bring your awareness back to the ground and meet yourself compassionately and just come back to the space that you're in. It's not possible to do this wrong. So just honoring yourself is really the most important thing. So I'd love to invite us to just take a breath together now. Lots of words that we've shared. So just intentionally turning away now from external distractions and beginning to bring your attention inwards. And just softly noticing how you are in this moment. Any physical sensations that are present. How is your heart, your emotional body? And noticing any places of ease or any places of tension and holding. Not trying to change anything, but just becoming present with what is there. And then as we land more deeply inside of ourselves, I'd love to also invite us to feel the multiple layers of invisible holding that are surrounding us now. The moon very close to its fullness, the seasonal cycle, the time of the day, the time of your own life, the menstrual cycle if you have one, feeling the many cycles we're embedded in as we enter into this shared space. And then tuning into the very direct holding, your contact with the ground, the earth coming up to meet you, offering this unconditional, loving holding, your body to her body to your body. Just rejoicing in this simple, beautiful contact. And as you feel that contact, just taking a moment to locate your own center and feeling your roots growing down from that center place. Sinking down deeper into the earth through these roots. A sense of your own roots traveling down into the dark fecundity. And begin to tune into the other roots that are present here. Feeling the tree of you in this forest of companions. You feel yourself as part of a vast ecosystem, a community, leaning into the connection present across geographical distance. Sensing how our wise and magnificent bodies know how to do this, how to receive the holding of the earth, and how to feel connection outside of linear time as we come together to share this practice today. And just continuing now with the felt sense of your own roots. Plugged into the earth, strong, dignified. Embodying your tree self. Feel how you know your place. Trusting what you're responsible for in this shared ecosystem. Here you are inside of yourself, in this quiet dance of rooting and reaching, listening through the soil. Notice the way you can read the soil like a living conversation. The place where fungal threads whisper the state of things. Who in the forest is hungry? Who thirsts? In the family of the forest, where messages are traded in sugars through minerals and this subtle alerting. How is it for your tree self to feel your capacity to become what is needed? Now that I have listened, I can feel my capacity to become what is needed. A well of shade for beings to rest from the sun. A structure for the woodpecker's drumming. A patient keeper of rain. And the slow green archive of carbon. Feeling the way responsibility is ripening in rings. Every branch of you becoming a gesture of belonging. And so knowing yourself in this moment as tree, listening and tending, integral to your community. What is it like to attune to a deep sense of trusting your own necessity as part of something bigger? Let's notice what arises and come and share in the chat. What is it like to stand inside your tree self and to trust your own necessity as part of this bigger community, this ecosystem? Do you know how to listen and tend? Feel the sacredness of your role here. And after you shared what that's like. Just letting your attention come back into yourself. Staying connected with this sense of deep knowing of your place and what is yours to do as one tree in the forest of so many beings. And bringing some curiosity to how is it that you trust so deeply in your place? To recognize this knowing grew over time. It came as you matured, staying aligned to your true nature, encouraged and supported by the elders of the forest. It was a journey of becoming you. You as both a self and a cog in the wheel, interconnected, embedded, an ethic of responsibility, growing from this deep knowing of belonging, part of and with sovereign power and agency. Responsibility becomes a natural choice, something to be in devotion to. And when you feel responsibility as a devotional act, that living in devotion to the whole is the only real responsibility we have, what does that feel like in your body? Where are you noticing that sense of devotional responsibility? Where does it live? Again, just noticing and bringing your voice into the chat. Does it feel like in your body to live in devotion to the whole? And then again, once you've shared, bringing your attention back into yourself again. So we recognize that when we remember our own embeddedness, responsibility feels natural, clear, honest. We don't have to take on the pressure of everything when we know ourselves as part of a diverse ecosystem. More of a sense of I can do something, but I don't need to carry everything. I am not powerless here. I am a unique and integral part of the fabric of reality. Therefore, I assess what is mine to do. And so perhaps it is about our attention over time, like the slow growing tree. The initiatory nature of maturation, staying committed to using our attention well, for we are always responsible for where our attention goes. When I dare to take seriously this maturation process, I can feel that I am responsible for noticing what arises in response to that sentence and coming and sharing in the chat. When I dare to take seriously this maturation process, I can feel that I am responsible for. And just trusting what emerges, I can feel that I am responsible for. And just noticing what it's like to give voice to that. Perhaps something surprising arose. And so it is that we do not bear responsibility as a punishment, not because we are not enough or needing to atone for something. Responsibility is a gift, gradually earned over time as an expression of our belonging to a wide, wide web of relations. We are responsible because we are relational. We are responsible because we are powerful, part of an alive, dynamic system that thrives on care and generativity. What does it feel like in my body to claim and know a sense of my own agency? My care as an expression of my personal power in a network of collective power. Again, coming to share in the chat. What does it feel like in my body to know and to claim this sense of my own agency, my personal power in a network of collective power? Again, just noticing what arises, any sensations, finding words that come close to describing the sensations in your body. And then dropping back inside as you feel the flow between your own power and the wider collective power to care. What a privilege it is to be a part of this beautiful world and to feel the myriad of ways our care can look as an expression of our responsibility. Recognizing how much we receive through being here, through our aliveness, and how that overflows into offerings and love. Responsibility as an honor of being alive, a gift of living in relationship. When we feel into our own appreciation of being alive and what this means in a living system, how do you feel inspired to show up? Again, coming and sharing anything that you're noticing. As you feel into responsibility as an honor of being alive, how do you feel inspired to show up to life, the world, to all your relations? And with this inclination to show up ethically, to know what is yours to do, appreciating a wider understanding of the nuances of responsibility, the gift of responsibility, how it is so woven into time and maturation, the expression of care that is responsibility. Notice what is moving in your system, what has been touched. And if responsibility had a voice and could speak, offering an invitation, what is it that responsibility is inviting you into? Responsibility had a voice right now. Let's notice what it is saying. And again, coming and sharing the voice of responsibility into the chat. And as you let the voice of responsibility be shared and be heard in our space together, it's beginning to bring your attention back to yourself now. And feeling this web of care and holding around you. Wherever you find yourself now, allowing this place to become a place of deep rest. Lying or leaning back, deepening your breath as you draw your threads of attention back into your inner landscape. Just noticing the weight of your body on the earth as you come to a place of rest. Letting the breath settle now, noticing where you're held. And as you gather yourself in, there's nothing to do but receive the magic of your woven words. I will share our co-created poem offering to the sacred devotional field of responsibility. Inspiring positive visions for the future. A sense of wholeness, completion. Live, give, share, love. At times despondent at my Mother Earth's demise, at times determined to care and protect and give. Power of quiet presence as well as active support and work to create sustainable, healthy communities. Become a coherent beacon of presence and love. Maternal, fraternal feelings. Reveal with joy. Reveal with joy a sense of wholeness, completion, compassion for self, compassion for others. Compassion. Go deeper. Attention. To pay attention, to listen and respond, loving and curious. Loving and curious, to listen, doing what I am called to do each moment, living my innate goodness, reassuring alignment and attunement, the joy of harmonious vibration, connecting to the web of love, belonging now in service of the earth's future. I am responsible for coherent alignment, nurturing my own being in service to the whole. All are my brothers and sisters, my allies, contributing to all of life. Belonging now in service of the earth's future. Just listening deeply, being guided, following step by step. Thought, feeling, action, belief, contributing to all of life, following my authentic creative urges and opening my arms to all, providing the fruits of my years of experience with abundant joy. Constant birth giving, a love offering, heartfelt gladness in my solar plexus, sacred, wise connection and stewardship. Devotion lives in the spirals of my heart. Sometimes it is harder to find. Relaxing and right. Sometimes it is harder to find in my solar plexus, constant birth giving, a love offering. I'm connected, a part of it all, always been a part of it. The baby in my belly moving, my daughter in my arms sleeping. No doubt we are one. I am needed and loved. I am needed and loved in the center of my chest, full and solid in my heart. In my heart, pulsating solar plexus, heartfelt gladness. Having been away from this full moon gathering for a while, so quickly rooted and entangled with other beings, a sense of trust. The roots go deep, deeper than these historical flashes that feel distant from this dark forest with its peaceful leaf mold, its life of the soil, its layers. It is easy to rest in this community. It is easier to rest in this community. Answering the call from trees who are waiting for us to see. Heartfelt gladness, a love offering, soil, fascia of the earth, nourishing me, nourishing us all, so we can share our riches. I feel calm and strong, my branches reaching wide in interconnectedness. It is easier to rest in this community, sensing a thrumming orchestral vibration of which I am a part. Breathing in consciousness like trees breathe in CO2, breathing out pure being like trees do oxygen. Being, breathing, life. Answering the call from trees who are waiting for us to see. Tamped down engagement, buzzing intermingling, belonging with my group, living the strength. Empowering, unabashed movement, integral, whole, an honor to belong, to belong. Feeling so blessed and nurtured, blessing and nurturing others at the same time. Such a lovely forest. I am essential. I am essential. Empowering, glowing, relief, flowing love, unabashed movement. Being here and breathing is enough. Being here and breathing is enough. I don't need a busy purpose. Integral, whole, to be of sacred service. I am essential. To be of sacred service, tamped down engagement, buzzing, intermingling, reciprocity held in purple light. Unfamiliar and shy, but something ancient, known. and earthy. Roots from my clavis settling into the web of life, spreading through my fascia fractals. Sensing a thrumming orchestral vibration of which I am a part, belonging with my group, living the strength, breathing in consciousness. Like trees breathe in CO2, breathing out pure being like trees do oxygen, being, breathing, life, orchestral vibration. I feel calm and strong, my branches reaching wide in interconnectedness. Soil, purple, light, ancient, earthy, fascia, strength, belonging. I do not need to earn my belonging. It's inherent. I am essential, answering the calling from trees who are waiting for us to see. Quickly rooted and entangled with other beings, a sense of trust. Unfamiliar and shy, I do not need to earn my belonging. It's inherent. Soil in my heart, fascia pulsating, solar plexus, gladness, constant birth giving. I'm connected. A part of it all, always been a part of it, in the center of my chest, full and solid, sacred, wise connection and stewardship. Devotion lives in the spirals of my heart, in the spirals of my heart. Sometimes it is harder to find the baby in my belly moving, relaxing and right deep in my core. Heart, ease, a glad song that bursts from my being. I don't need to carry everything. I don't need to carry everything. What is mine to do now is to let go and see. Feel what remains deep in my core, relaxing and right devotion. Thought, feeling, action, belief, being rooted in my truth and living from that space. I don't need to carry everything. Devoted to the wholeness of nature in heart connection, contributing to all of life. All are my brothers and sisters, my allies, connecting to the web of love. Just listening deeply. Just listening deeply. I can feel that I am responsible for sharing the gifts I have been given whenever words find me. Belonging now in service of the earth's future, belonging now. I am responsible for coherent alignment. I am responsible for moving life forward, for paying attention, but that I do not have to strain after. That what needs to land in my branches can find its own way there. Belonging now, opening all that I am to all that is, opening all that I am to all that is, doing what I am called to do each moment, aware of the web of love and care, reassuring the joy of harmonious vibration, the ability to respond to another's needs, alignment and attunement. I can feel that I'm responsible for sharing communications, being a voice for the voiceless, giving love, giving protection, giving love, expansive, strong, glowing, calm, a wholesome liberation, giving protection, giving love, ownership, swaying in breeze while anchored deeply in earth. Peace, peace, strong, glowing, calm, being home in my place in the cosmos. I am responsible for all natural growth and be the growth together. belonging and part of a team, a wholesome liberation, expansive, cosmos, belonging and part of a team. My part is never to take it for granted. Root chakra tingling, enlivened, flow that meets flow, personal healing, allowing my heart to lead with loving resolve. I have permission to let go of what is not needed, creating space for new life. Tingling, enlivened, flow. I am needed. I have something to give, only overflowing. Only overflowing. I love the phrase sovereign women, and now I am of an age when I see others everywhere. Without collective power, we cannot resist the extractivist culture, but with others, we can create a shift in the story. This feels like relief to be here for an hour and recognizing I am one of many all over the world committed to that shift. I am as I have always been. I am essential, fully nourished by love, authentically and full. Flow that meets flow, personal healing, caring and loving and curious. Connection is powerful with vibrancy and gratitude. To listen. I am as I have always been, with sacred gratitude and belonging, allowing grief to flow for what has been undone, allowing grief to flow, to listen, to love. Right now, showing up and responding to my body's needs with a generous heart to fill my well, to pay attention, to listen and respond. Responsibility doesn't have to be a burden, but an act of attention, of being present, of letting go of the grasp and be in the moment, full of appreciation and love. Weaving stories of beauty to inspire. Inspiring positive visions for the future, compassion for self, a sense of wholeness, completion. Roots, trees. Feel the soles of my feet soften like a baby's feet, and really feel this Mother Earth connection as spiral my toes into the mycorrhizal network that is me. Roots from my clavicle to the earth. Permission for deep rest and renewal as my inner landscape renews with mountain hot stone. The power of quiet presence, as well as active support and work to create sustainable, healthy communities. A sense of wholeness, completion. Focusing on love, connection, pleasure, playfulness, celebration, and integration for the rest of the year. No more shadow work or deep processing till 2026. Just living and being, just living and being, permission for deep rest. Living and being, I am interwoven roots and branches, breathing, settling quietly now into deeper awareness of it all. To be as trees giving their gift of life without prejudice. Appreciating this reframe of responsibility and how I too need to maintain my well-being, as that is also in service to the greater ecosystem. Welcome, you are needed. Attention. Giving my true essence brings healing. I too need to maintain my well-being, authenticity, connect with touch, honoring ourselves and each other, go deeper. To dare to shine my own sparkle, glittering, no holding back, to hold a space of peace for myself, for all beings, for Earth. Knowing what to do is always a work in progress. Truth, and strength of sisterhood, hope for repair of community and forests, weaving stories of beauty to inspire. Beauty, beauty full of appreciation and love, an act of attention to hold a space of peace for myself, for all beings, for earth. Peace, attention, true essence, authenticity. You are welcome. You don't have to do, only listen and respond, ability to respond. Only listen and respond. Step out from the shadows, a deeper connection with the more than human world. Maternal, fraternal feelings, inspiring, positive visions, letting go of the knots in my limbs and trunk as a gesture to feed the alchemical compost of life and death and renewal, knowing what to do, to listen, caring and loving, fully nourished by love, curious, enlivened, belonging, all natural growth, wholesome liberation, expansive, reassuring, a web of love and care. Doing what I am called to do each moment, coherent alignment, service to the whole, web of love, contributing to all of life, rooted in my truth, space, joy, earth, nurturing, belonging, strong, expansive, voice for the voiceless, calm, deep, belonging, flow, letting go, joy. And just noticing how it is to let all of these words land into your body, and I'd like to gently invite a returning back into this current time and space. So maybe taking a yawn and a stretch as you softly return. So looking around your own space, feeling again the support of the ground. Maybe you want to bring contact to your own body. And just reflecting on how it was to hear your words amongst others. The experience of receiving the poem as a whole. All of the expressions that were spoken. Feeling a collective gratitude for those. And I'd love just for a few moments of integration to just, come and share where you're at now and anything that needs to be spoken into the space that will support your integration of the experience. Thank you so much. I feel deep peace now. Thank you, Jay Murphy. Catherine, feeling really supported and connected. a word shaman. Thank you, Catherine. I love how harmonious a melody all these diverse minds and hearts made together. That's beautiful. Oh, no overwriting. No overwriting. All the words are important. Every word is required. Amy Louise, quietly glowing from this sense of community of people trees, people trees around the planet. I love that. Kayla, gratitude, community, love. Louise said, I felt lonely earlier. Now I belong and am able to help heal the earth with us all. Wonderful. I think that's what we're all trying to do here. That's beautiful. Leah, profound resonance, deep peace, feeling held. So grateful for you all for speaking my heart and soul and body. Donna, very sacred, loving kindness. Been to a magical, beautiful place. Rashmi, thank you all. Always feel very blessed to have this space and connection. Feeling calm, beauty surrounds, honoured to be a part of this beautiful community. Yvonne, delighted part of the ecosystem and a necessary and essential part of the ecosystem. Shanti, how magical to hear the flow of beauty in this poetic way. Felt restored in my being. Oh, thank you for being here, Shanti. It's so special. Yeah, it is special to bring everybody's voices together in this way. Yeah, it can feel very lonely, definitely. Sacred gratitude. Pangia, deeply oxygenated with your beautiful weaving of our words. Thank you. Wow, thank you so much, everybody. It's really been so rich. Delicious groundedness. Yes, thank you, Penny. And yeah, I would really invite you to, spend some more time getting present with the places where we know we can make change and where we hold that kind of honor of responsibility, the joy of being able to care, and where we can do that more intentionally. And just, how does it feel to connect with our power and our capacity to care? I'd love us to all just get curious about how life could be from that place over the next month. And yeah, I would just like to say thanks to Ria for her support today, for sharing the link for the Big Give campaign, where any donations will be doubled for the next until the 9th of December. So maybe she can stick that link in again. And we'd also, we'd love to hear about your experiences of these gatherings. It's so valuable to, feedback is always a gift. And so there's also a link here to a little very short survey just about how you find the moon calls and what you like about them, what we could do to make them better. And you'll also receive, it's not something you need to do right now, you'll also receive it via email tomorrow. So but we would really appreciate if you can take a few moments to feedback to us. That would be really appreciated. And join me again in January for the 5th in this series of gathering, and we will be looking at what it means to explore the embodied nature of reverence, deepening in our holy connection to everything that is sacred in this world. So I really look forward to diving deeper into how we form right relationship next month in January. So wishing you deep winter blessings from the Northern Hemisphere. And I look forward to being with you again in January. Wishing you full moon blessings. Thank you so much, everyone.